Hello my crafty peeps, it's Cheyenne from PixieCrafter.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, so if you have any questions about Stampin' Up! Products, feel free to contact me. If there are any products that you'd like to see me demo, any techniques you'd want to learn, go ahead and leave a comment and I'll see what I can do. Oh, okay. So now we are going to kind of mix the old, the soon-to-be retiring, with the new. So that's super fun. This is a nice time of year to be able to do this, especially if you are getting the Eastern Palace Suite Bundle. You will have you're going to have 3 of the 5 new in colors. So I pulled Lemon Lime Twist and Fresh Fig for this card, and I decided to add a little pink pirouette to it. I love that combination. It's very in and now, isn't it? And so yeah, you can join all of that together, and it's so much fun. Alright, stamp sets we're going to be using are Happy Happenings. This is my favorite sentiment stamp set from the soon-to-be retiring annual catalog. I love the Bonjour Beautiful and Hello Handsome and the Me Miss You Only All of the Time. Those are my favorites, but it's kind of like a witty sort of set, and I love that. It's kind of tongue-in-cheek. So we are going to be using the Bonjour Beautiful for today's card. And we're also going to be using Petite Petals. I'm very sad to see Petite Petals go, along with the Petite Petals punch, because I love this set. They're great to use. So I'm going to have to get the Flower Shop and the Pansy Punch to kind of replace it. The pansies, they are a little bit bigger than the Petite Petals, but I'm looking forward to doing some fun things, maybe making some 3-dimensional flowers with the Pansy Punch, so we'll see. It's going to be an exciting year. We are going to be using this little, like, sketchy watercolory flower here, and of course the punch that goes with it. Also, we will be using the decorative label punch. That's going to be fun, fun, fun. I love this. I'm also sad to see this go. I have to see what I can use to replace it with. You know, you have your staples, and it's fun, and it's also fun to get new products. Oh, let me actually find the name. 5/8 inch ribbon organza in, I believe, Whisper White it is. I like to get the white ribbons because then I can color them whatever color I want, either with the stamp pads or the markers, and I've had videos on there before. We're going to keep it this color because I just want that little piece of, you know, it's got that little sheer bit, so just want to dress it up just a little bit. There are some gorgeous ribbons that are going to be coming to a catalog near you. Well, I've already gone over the ink colors. I'm also using one of the lace doilies. I can't believe these are going away. I thought for sure they'd carry over. They're so pretty. But the other doilies are still going to be available. But if you want these ones, you gotta get them now while supplies last. As of May 31st, you will not be able to get them. So if you like these, then get them. Get them now. Alright, for our paper, I've got a scrap piece of Very Vanilla. It's just got to be big enough to fit into the decorative label punch. Alright, card base, thick Whisper White. I have been enjoying using the thick Whisper White for my card bases. It's just, it makes a world of difference. And if you order the Eastern Palace Premier Bundle, you will get a package of Very Vanilla thick cardstock, and you will receive that for free with the purchase of the bundle. So that's fun. I've got some of that too, and it's nice to have those options. It's pretty wonderful stuff. And I've got a piece of the Subtles Designer Series paper. This is the pink pirouette one, and the diagonal. I'm going to be so sad to see these diagonals go. I would love for them to just have, you know, an entire package of the diagonals and the script like that. That would make my day. But lots of new wonderful stuff. But yeah, this is retiring. So if you want any of the Designer Series stacks in the color families, the 12x12 ones, you got to get them now before May 31st and before these supplies run out. I also have a piece of Whisper White cardstock. This is the plain one, and this is 3 3/4 by, what is it? Hold on. It's been so long I can't remember. Alright, so this is 3 3/4 by 5. Alright, and this piece is 4 by 5 1/4. You know, standard sizes for card making. And then I've got just another scrap of Whisper White. It just has to be able to fit some of the flowers and to be able to punch those out. We are also going to need, of course, our snail, some dimensionals. Yeah, that'll probably be good. Some dimensionals and let's see, maybe some liquid glue, but I don't think we'll need it, but it's good to have on hand anyway. This is the fine tip glue pen. And so let's get started, shall we? Okay, so the first thing we need to do, let's get our piece of Very Vanilla, our scrap of Whisper White, and our card front that is, I gave the dimensions, it's the Whisper White one, and we're going to start to get our Stampin' on. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take Fresh Fig, and we're going to stamp our Bonjour Beautiful. So inking that up. And then popping it on, keeping in mind that it is going to be punched out. There we go. Nice little Bonjour Beautiful. I've got my Stampin' Mist and Stampin' Scrub off to the side so I can clean my stamps as I go. Alright, and now, let's see, yeah, we'll probably get a few of those. Let's get our Pink Pirouette and our Lemon Lime Twist ready too. So now we are going to stamp some flowers in an organic matter. I'm just going to keep doing this with my hand. And we're going to stamp some on this so that we can have just a nice little flow with our little flowers. I'm kind of imagining like the cherry blossoms in my head. How they kind of go across the page. So we're gonna, it's not gonna be like a full-on exact S, but it's gonna be just a nice organic shape. Alright, there we go, and I'm gonna get at least one over here, maybe two. Can always use them on other things if I don't use them all on this card. So it's a win-win. And now we're going to take some of this Lemon Lime Twist. I love this color. It is so wonderful. Oh, gorgeousness. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Such a fun spring combination too. Alright, get at least one over here. Oop. I don't want to overdo it so much with this one. Actually, I think I'm going to stamp off. So, find a scrap paper. I don't have any. Because I want the background to be just a little bit more like watercolory. Yeah. Alright, and I think I need some more Pink Pirouette because that's that softness that I want going. And actually, I'm going to stamp off that one too. This is a great way when you stamp off to kind of get some more depth because it's going to look like these ones are like a little further back in the design. I think, you know, while we're at it, let's go ahead and do some of the Lemon Lime ones. Alright, that is it for the stamping. Wasn't so hard, was it? And now for the fun punching out of everything. Alright, let's get our decorative label punch. Here we go. You know what, I think I'm not done with my stamping. Because I'm going to need to get some flowers onto this label. Actually, we're going to pull out another stamp set because there is something fun that you can do with this one. All right, so grab your carousel birthday. That's right, your carousel birthday set. This is another set that's retiring. It is wonderful. If because this fits right up there along the top. Yeah. Now let me get a block for that to fit on. And I think we're going to use the pink pirouette for this part because I want to be able to tie it all in. So we've got this, and this is going to take a little bit of guesswork because you can't see through it. This would be lovely as a photopolymer. But if you really wanted to make sure your placement was correct, you could always pull out your Stamp-A-Majig. Alright, there we go. Look at that. That fits on there just wonderfully. That was gorgeous. But yes, this set is going away. I love this set for birthdays. And I'm glad I have it in my personal collection. Those of you who have joined my birthday club, you will be getting cards with this. Because my birthday cards, I'm going to just make them happy and beautiful and gorgeous and not necessarily worry about whether or not it's current Stampin' Up stuff, because I want you to know that just because something's retired doesn't mean that you can't use it and can't have fun with it, and that I can't use it and have fun with it. It was available at one point, so also to not be afraid to go ahead and purchase the things you love. It's very important to do that. Alright, let's get these guys punched out now. Alright, so there we go. We've got all of those punched out, and now I'm going to grab my handy dandy mouse pad. I'm actually going to bring you in a little bit closer. Kind of feel like you can be a little closer. Alright, so what I'm going to do to kind of pop these up and make them a little bit more three-dimensional is to find my pen. I moved them all. I rearranged things, because I am getting ready for all of my new products to be handy and close to me. Oh, alright, I'm just going to take, I love, if you have one of the jelly roll pens, something with a round top like this, approximately this size, then you're just going to take your old mouse pad, you're just going to push it right down into the center, and that's going to pop up your petals a little bit so that they are sliding off. See if I can show this. So there are a little bit more of a, well, you can kind of see it on the back, three-dimensional shape, but not too much where you can't actually send it off anywhere. Okay, so let's put those aside and let's start assembling our card. Let me get out my bone folder. Now, I am someone who thought a bone folder is a bone folder, right? Well, no. This one is so much different than the old bone folder I have. It's small. Let me show you. Alright, so here's my old bone folder. And it's great. It worked fine. This one is heavier than this one. This one's really light, but there's definitely some weight to this one. It also, I don't know what it is, how it's shaped up here. It gives such a nice crisp line, a good press. Maybe it's the extra weight, I don't know, but it makes a difference. This one I would have to keep going back and forth and then come back again and then do it, and it just, world of different. It's amazing. Who'd have thought? So yeah, totally worth buying. Again, every new Stampin' Up! Product that I get, I'm just more and more impressed and so glad that I got involved with this company because they really are pretty fantastic. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead, take the pink pirouette diagonal stripe, And we're going to pop this one on. This, if you wanted to distress and age this a little bit more, you could totally take like Sahara sand or crumb cake and go ahead and sponge the edges of all these. I want to keep this kind of crisp. I do like the distressed look, absolutely, but I also kind of like a clean look too. It's okay to have, you know, multiple different aesthetics that you like. All right, so there's that. Now, remember that ribbon? We're going to take and pop it across. So let's get that cut, and then you're going to need just some regular old Scotch. Actually, I'm going to show you a different way. This I learned from a fellow demonstrator, and I thought it was kind of brilliant. Take your tear and tape and put it along the back of your ribbon. That's right, it works. It's pretty wonderful, especially if you want it to stay. And it's just, yeah, it's a tape. It's a stronger tape, so you know it's not going anywhere. Sometimes, you know, adhesives and fabric can be a little iffy. But yeah, I saw her do that. I'm like, it was one of those oh moments, and it was just, yeah, made my day. So thank you so much for that. It's so nice to be part of a community that's like that. Okay, so we're gonna have that kind of there and that kind of there. Maybe it'll be more that and that. So yeah, I want this to kind of be behind that, just to add like another little layer. So there we go. Look at that, it's on there. And then we just flip it over and we put it on the back. Just like that, and it's done. But yeah, if you're, imagine like for, all right, breast cancer awareness, when you're doing those little ribbons, you know, you can do the ribbons, put some tear and tape right in the center, and it's gonna stay. Like, seriously. Ah, can you hear it? Can you hear it? Okay, let's get snail on this and pop it on. Right, there we go. Look at that, it's looking nice and soft and wonderful. And let's see, do I want to add a little something to that? Yes, I think that this I definitely want to distress. So let's get our, I'm going to go with Sahara sand. Usually I like crumb cake for my subtle distressing, but let's switch it up and do Sahara sand. And I need, here we go. This isn't my official Sahara sand sponge. It's just one that I have around that I use for lots of different things. And we're just going to lightly go around the edges. And you notice, usually you go from the outside in, and I'm doing it a little differently. I'm going very light. I'm not applying a whole lot of pressure because this is delicate. I don't want the paper to rip or bend too much. And we're just going to get around. It doesn't look like I did much, but when you pop it on and your light's not flooding it, you can definitely see it pops up a little more. And then while we're at it, let's go ahead and do just a little bit onto this, just so that they stand out a little bit more. There we go. All right, and that's all I'm going to do with the distressing. Sometimes the key is knowing when to stop. All right. And now we're going to pop those on. Okay, no, I definitely want this to be popped up. So I'm going to grab a couple dimensionals and get it popped on. And yeah, I think I want that popped up too. So I'm just going to pop it right there in the center. Because the doilies I kind of like to be a little more floppy too. Oh, all right, there we go. There's that funness. And that's it for the dimensionals. Now remember that glue? Go ahead and pop it out. Actually, I'm going to use mini glue dots. You can absolutely use glue but I don't want to wait for it to dry, so this is a good time to get out those mini glue dots. Apparently I'm just trying to, you know, use all of the adhesive in my collection. And we'll just pop these guys on. I think just like that. Alright, so now I'm going to do this, and it's going to be so pretty and soft and lovely. Nope, you actually have to have a glue dot on the back in order for you to stick, don't you? Funny how that works. Come on. Now, who else is enjoying spring? I know those of us who live in the Northeast, like, it seems like we're only just now getting spring. It has been so cold. And even now, like today, it's kind of windy and rainy. But, all right, there we go. But I love it. I am so ready for that warm weather. All right, so that is it. That is our card for today. Let me zoom you in a little bit more. Look at that. Isn't that so pretty? We got some dimension. If you wanted, you could go ahead and add some rhinestones maybe to those photos. Actually, let's go ahead and do it. You know, I have a hard time suggesting things that you can do and then not actually doing it. So we're using the little small size of the rhinestones here. Now these are changing a little bit. And that's fun. I'm looking forward to the changes in the rhinestones. Nothing drastic. And they're still, I mean, rhinestones are just so pretty. They add that nice little bit of bling and they go with everything, right? Alright, there we go. Now we've got that bling going through there. So much fun. So easy to use. Alright, so there we have it. Today's card. If you wanted to get really crazy, you could add some Wink of Stella and stuff like that, but let's keep it civilized here. Alright, so thank you so much for watching. If you liked what you saw, please like and subscribe. Feel free to leave comments. I love, you know, seeing what you guys have to say, and I try to like everyone's to at least show appreciation, because sometimes I just don't have a whole lot to say, but I thank you guys for all of your comments. It means the world to me that you're contributing. I love it. Oh, alright, let's see, what else? Remember, a full list of the products that I used can be found in the description bar below, along with links to the coordinating web post. Feel free to head on over to pixiecrafter.com for more project ideas and inspiration. You can also sign up for my newsletter. Usually it's once a month. I try not to go too crazy with newsletters, but if there's anything where I think that you need some information, I will send out another newsletter to you. And while you're doing that, you can sign up for the birthday club. So for everyone in the US, I will send you a birthday card on your birthday. So that's fun. It's my way of saying, you know, thank you for supporting my little small business. Let's see what else. So you can shop my online store 24/7. If you click on any of the products, that'll take you right to that product on my shopping page, or you can, pixiecrafter.com. That's all roads lead to there, and you can follow the links over to there. Let's see what else. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram. I do Facebook Live most Fridays. There are some that I end up having to miss out on because life gets busy. I'm sure you guys understand. But I was cross-posting those onto YouTube, but I'm not doing that anymore because I kind of want it to be a reward to everyone who's over there who's following me on Facebook. Instagram, you get a lot of sneak peeks and sometimes some behind-the-scenes stuff on things that are happening at the Pixie Crafter Loft Art Studio. I still haven't come up with a name for my space. Alright, I'm going to stop talking now. So until next time, happy crafting. Bye!